Of the most popular true crime podcast in the world is called Crime Junkie, and the hosts are making a stop in Phoenix for a live tour this week.
They have covered a number of notorious Arizona crime stories, and they spoke exclusively with our true crime correspondent, Briana Whitney, who's here in the studio tonight. So they have an update in a pretty big case we've been following for years.
Yeah, something I wasn't necessarily expecting. I was excited about the interview to learn more about them, but this is also a really important piece of information as well. Just before our interview, the Crime Junkie host got an update in a case we've been following for years, as human remains are being tested that could be a high-profile missing woman from Paradise Valley. This comes as the Crime Junkie hosts are set to take the stage in Phoenix this Friday night.
We only recently, this year, started recording together in the same place.
Hard to believe for best friends Ashley Flowers and Brit Prawat, because
You two host the most successful true crime podcast in the world. How was Crime Junkie originally born?
A dream. Yeah, it truly was. Like, Brit is the one who got me into podcasting at all. Like, I never listened. And
OG podcast listener, for
sure. But once I was in, I was obsessed. I am a crime junkie. I was listening to every true crime podcast that was out there, and I was wanting this very specific format that nobody was making. And
we were like searching for it.
I know. And so finally we got to a point where like, maybe we should just make the show.
that was in December of 2017. The girls would Zoom from spare rooms in their homes in Indiana.
And we thought it was gonna be this cool Indiana thing where maybe it's like we do like Indiana
cases.
Yeah. And it just, I mean, within the first year, it just exploded.
It took off so fast.
Yeah, a life of its own.
Hi, Crime Junkies. I'm Ashley Flowers.
And I'm Brit.
Crime Junkie has more than 2 billion downloads. Ashley and Brit honing in on advocating for cases and victims while maintaining a relatability that so many listeners want to be part of.
Hi, Crime Junkies. I'm Ashley Flowers.
Arizona is special to Ashley, a graduate of ASU. They've covered several high-profile unsolved Arizona cases on the podcast. One of those, the case of missing Alissa Turney, who disappeared in 2001. Alissa's father acquitted of her murder in 2023. Now, a brand new update in her case.
From your perspective, you guys have covered some of the same cases we have. Robert Fisher, Alissa Turney, Adrian Salinas. What was it about those unsolved cases that made you guys want to cover them?
I think Alissa Turney is a great example.
Sure.
Early on, her sister Sarah reached out to us and asked us to cover. And I've stayed in such close contact with her. And I literally got an update on her case today. She said that they had found some remains in California they think might be her sister. They were doing dental identification, but they came back inconclusive. And then the cops were just like, well, that might be the end of the road. And she's like, what do you mean? Like, let's do DNA testing.
That's not an answer.
Ashley started the nonprofit Season of Justice, which funds DNA testing for cold cases. Now, Crime Junkie is on their nationwide tour, stopping right here in Phoenix on Friday, hoping to bring an all-new experience to their tried and true listeners.
What can people expect to see from you guys?
I hope they're wowed. So I've been to a lot of different podcasts, live experiences, and everyone's a different experience. What I tell people is this is gonna feel like exactly what the podcast feels like. It's gonna feel like you are sitting in the living room with me and Brit telling a story, meets documentary.
Yeah.
So this is a case that our reporting team and I have been working on for over a year and a half. And we sent a documentary crew out with us to actually like film
people involved in the case.
It looks like it could be in a documentary, yeah. And so
amazing.
You get us, you get video. It's a different experience than the show altogether. And so it is a case that they've never heard before. It was a like very underreported case, so I'd be shocked if anyone even knew it. It's gonna be really good.
And I actually serve on the board of directors for the Season of Justice, funding the DNA testing for these cold cases. It's been a really cool experience. We do have a podcast coming out late this week with our full interview with Ashley Flowers and Brit. And the live tour show is at 8 p.m. on Friday at the Arizona Financial Theater. Tickets are still available if you'd like to go. And if you do go, I will see you there. I'm also going to check it out, support them. It's really cool what they've been able to do.
You have a huge audience. And back to that Paradise Valley case of the victim here. You've also spoken to her sister, who's never given up, searching for answers.
Right. I mean, as successful as Ashley and Brit are, Alissa Turney has also been extremely successful in her own right, fighting for her sister's case, garnering millions of views, listens, everything on social media. I talked to Sarah. She said she does want to go forward with DNA testing on these human remains. We know specifically there are teeth, and they were looking at dental records. Inconclusive could mean a slew of different things, but it doesn't mean that it's ruled out as Alissa. And so obviously, as her sister, she wants to rule this concretely in or out as they still move forward searching for Alissa after many decades.
It's kind of cool for our viewers to know a little bit more about your background in this, because it's more than just a curiosity for crime stories. You have been a great advocate for so many families out there.
It's very cool to take what you do for a living and turn it into a passion that's helping others. And Ashley and Brit have done it so well, but even me being a little part of the board of Season of Justice, watching Ashley start that too, it's a pretty cool thing. And we have seen many cases be solved from the funding that we've been able to do with the DNA testing. So it's one of those things where kind of sky's the limit, obviously, as we see DNA play such a part here. I think these girls have been super successful because you see them right there. They're friendly, they're relatable, and it's easy to digest what they're saying, but they are talking about serious things, and they have found a very successful platform on how to leverage the tone and helping with also, like, you could be my best friend.
They strike the right balance.
Yeah, exactly.
You can tell, for sure. Immense public interest in this kind of stuff.
So much.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Briana.
Of course.